Having demonstrated how to do the basic and most important layout threads for a diamond wrap, either open or closed, and the traditional right angled square cross wrap, I've now prepared a short length of parallel fiberglass, and down this side on the 0 mark I've marked the diameters, then on the opposite side I've marked it a half space. So I'm putting it in the lathe in my turner. The colours we're going to use are purely to show up. How they'll sit side by side I'm not sure, but it's really so they will stand out and help you see how we create the images we do. So that's the layout for the 90-degree equicenter wrap, and I'm just going to check it over to make certain everything's lined up. Doesn't hurt, if you're going to do a very elaborate wrap, to just give these threads coat of colour preserver just to hold them in place. Next to it we'll do the closed diamond wrap. Checking our centres are all in line. And lastly, our open diamond wrap. So there you have it, the 90-degree, the closed diamond and the open diamond. And at the bottom, on the top side, come back up now on the underside. Okay, we're gradually working through the right angled cross wrap. As you can see, as I put the threads on, they're quite spaced apart. Having long fingernails specifically for the job, what I'm now doing is packing the threads. So there we are with our first colour. Just going to trim the orange with a piece of black. Colour is a very personal thing, and you can choose colours you enjoy as the rod builder, colours that are important to your customer, colours that are recommended in a given pattern to achieve the image that's to be portrayed. Between the centres of the pattern you can see the grey of the blank showing through. That's called an open wrap. You might have wanted to under-wrap the whole blank with a coloured thread to give it a background colour. And a closed wrap is where you completely cover the blank in thread from the centre of your pattern. It takes a considerable amount of time and even more thread. Right, to our basic neon orange centre, I've added one complete tone with black, two with neon blue, and then outlined it in black. And as you can see, the centres of the pattern are actually forming a square. This has been done fairly quickly for the purposes of filming, so it just needs a little bit of tickling up to just pack all the threads nice and tight before we do the finishing off. But before I get to that, I just want to move on to our closed diamond. As you can see, it's very close together, so I'll use the same amounts of threads, same turnings, and you can see how it builds quite different to the original. Again, this time I'm going up on the underside. You have to work the same side each time, whichever pass you're doing. When you're using multiple colours, you do have to remember where you're at. So down, up on the top, down on the top. There's our basic diamonds. Outline them and you can see the diamond shape start to form. Right, now we're getting somewhere near the end of our diamond wrap, and hopefully you can see as I pack the threads and bring them in nice and close to each other, we now have a diamond as opposed to a square pattern. There we are, we have the diamond pattern.